Welcome aboard the BESETO Express. We'll cover 3 countries: Beijing in China, Seoul in Korea, and Tokyo in Japan. Together we'll explore the culture of BESETO. All aboard the BESETO Express.
Performances with masks. Koreans call this performance the Tal Dance. In China, nuo. And in Japan, the no. Now, let's begin our trip to unveil the mystery of these mask dances from the 3 BESETO countries.
Have you ever been to a masquerade? Or maybe you've seen one, where all the guests wear such a mask and the whole ambience is very mysterious. This mask here, called the Tal, is the Asian version of what one will wear to such an event. However, the 3 countries of the BESETO region, they don't wear this mask to a party atmosphere, but rather on a performance tour. Exactly what tour am I talking about? I'm sure you're curious to find out. But before we start on our journey, why don't we ask ourselves, what is Tal, and why do performers wear these masks and perform incognito?
Why do people wear a mask? One does so when wishing to cover one's face to hide their identity, to present a facade. Masks can be found throughout the world. Many countries around the world, such as the Philippines, Mongolia, Indonesia, and Switzerland, are well known for their unique masks. And, of course, the same applies in the 3 BESETO countries: China, Japan, and Korea. Performances with masks. The Tal Dance, the representative mask dance of Korea, is derived from a form of exorcism practiced to hope for the well-being and affluence of one's life by repelling natural disasters. The nuo, the Chinese mask dance, is also said to originate from a similar end-of-the-year event to exorcise evil spirits. Then, what is Tal Dance? The Korean mask dance is a combination of wearing a mask, dancing, and making witty remarks. The most resounding point of the mask dance, as one might have guessed, is the mask. Each mask depicts the distinct character of the dancer. Next, we notice the dance. With gestures that move in a rhythm, the dance expresses the play more through motion than by words. And finally, we notice the wit. Seen from the aspect of theatrics, the dialogue enables the viewer to easily understand the play, and this sometimes develops into songs. Just how different are the BESETO masks? Let's take a careful look at the Korean mask. How do you feel? Korean masks exhibit diverse facial expressions. The eyes, nose, and lips seem to go in different directions at a glimpse, yet one can feel the harmony amid such imbalance. Korean masks also have a very caricaturistic nature. The seemingly smiling faces hide the suffering tears and resignation of the real character. How are these masks made?
안녕하세요, 선생님.
예, 안녕하세요.
지금 뭐 하시는 거예요?
여기 탈 처음 작업에 들어가기 전에
예.
그 모형을 본을 뜨는 작업이에요.
지금 그리신 거는요, 무슨 모양의 탈이에요?
여기 이제 양반 탈이거든요.
예.
양반 이렇게 모형을 만들어서 이제 양반 틀을 쉽게 그리는 거죠.
여자 가면이 아니면 남자?
양반은 남자 탈이죠.
남자요?
하회 탈에서 가장 대표적인 탈이거든요.
예.
그 양반의 그 허세를 아주 강하게 상징하는 허풍스러운 그런 웃음을 가진 대표적인 탈이죠.
Korean masks are made either out of wood or paper. Today, we are going to make a wooden mask. At first, One copies the image on the wood and then carves the image out into the proper shape. It takes the craftsman years to acquire the right stuff to carve a perfect rendition of a Korean mask. Some of the craftsmen, like ours here, make the carving process look easy, and in fact, can finish one in only a day or two. Once the sculpturing task is done, one must paint the mask. After painting it with a blend of dyes, one then must smoothen the surface with a sandpaper. This process of coloring and smoothing is repeated many times. The reason in doing so is to capture the natural hue and texture of the wood.
그 모든 탈들이 공통점이 있어요. 우리의 정서를 그대로 담고 있다는 얘기죠. 우리의 정서라는 건 아까 제가 얘기했듯이 그 어떤 자연스러움, 자연과 친밀함, 자연을 거스르지 않고 자연과 조화를 하려고 항상 애를 썼거든요. 그래서 언뜻 보면 좀 못생기고 못나고 찌그러지고 그런 모습이지만 그것이 우리가 눈에 거스르지 않는 자연스러운 모습으로
그러니까 자랑스럽다.
그렇죠. 그렇게 녹아나는 탈이죠.
예.
Nature can easily be seen in Korea's masks. Let's take a look at China's masks. It's no wonder they look a bit scary. They were originally made for a religious function, that of exorcising evil spirits. Therefore, the image of the Chinese mask is that of the gods, rather than that of man. The most salient difference of masks of all three BESETO countries is the appearance. When the Chinese mask is compared to the Korean mask and the Japanese mask, which both take their form after man, one can easily recognize that they resemble the images of gods.
刻了多少个了呢？
由16岁到现在，可能刻了几千个了。他掉了一部书，我先把书看了，他的人物、脸面和他的貌容，由书上那个画几张就可以看它真实出来了。
Chinese masks are made either out of metal such as copper and steel, or wood such as the poplar tree or bamboo tree.
但是中国的面具呢，一方面它具象化，一个呢，爱憎分明，是吧？那么注意色彩，而且注意图案美，啊，整个的，这个面具形象注意的比较图案美，注意的装饰美，啊，常常中国的面具有个特点，老是戴着它的帽子，头饰连在一起。 都不是想，他就是从传统观念来说，就是我说的，最初就是把他这个面具作为神，啊，作为神，用这样的话慢慢演变，啊，就是作为一种代言体的这种象征了，我就变成另外一个人，这是最方便的一种化妆方式。
Their godliness is frightening. What about Japanese masks? Most Japanese masks resemble humans, yet in these masks, expression is nowhere to be seen. This blankness of the Japanese mask makes it look as if these are ghosts. However, the Japanese see it that this very expressionless feature in fact represents an array of expressions.
大変無表情なんですけれども、顔をこう上げることによって面が上に上がることによって少し顔が明るくなって喜びを表したり、ちょっと伏せることによって深い悲しみを表したり、大変象徴的な極めてかすかな動作によって象徴的な感情を表していると思います。
The essence of expressionlessness.
The Korean mask resembles humans in many ways, whereas the Chinese mask takes a more godlike appearance. And finally, the Japanese mask gives us a ghost-like feeling. Well, what do you think now that you've seen all three? Although all three serve the same purpose, each has its own distinct characteristic. Now that we've seen what the performers wear on their faces, why don't we go and see what an actual performance looks like?
まず現実の、役柄としてはおじいさんですね、長老、またおじいさんやおばあさん、それから武将、あと里の女とか、そういう現実の人たちが出てきますけれども、特色があるのは多くは後に霊になって亡霊であるというのが大変登場人物としての特色を持っていると思います。
In No, the Japanese mask dance, historical figures make their appearance. Famous warriors or giseng reappear in this life and become the main characters. In No, only the unrealistic main characters wear a mask. This feature distinguishes the Japanese mask from that of Korea and China, in which all the players must wear a mask. As realistic figures, the supporting character, such as a grandpa or a monk, does not wear a mask. Another special characteristic of No is that the main characters play the roles from both the past and present, thus wearing two different masks at different points in time. Originating from the end-of-the-year event to exorcise ghosts, the Chinese mask dance still retains its incantative side. Gods are still summoned to repel the evil spirits. Thus, the main characters of the Chinese mask dance are the evil spirit and a more potent spirit, that is, the god who exorcises those spirits. That's the very reason that the Chinese masks have a godlike appearance. And what sort of characters will we find in the Korean Tal Dance? At first, there's the aristocratic Yangban and a servant, Maltugi, who speaks for the life of the commoners. And we find the corrupted monk, and sometimes even the giseng.
양반.
Such diverse characters from different social classes speak for each of their societal backgrounds. So what do the characters in Japanese No talk about? The most common theme in Japanese No involves historical incidents, happenings in which a historical figure comes back to life and tells his tale. There are also many realistic stories, such as the one in which a god blesses the people. A famous warrior fights in the battlefield. There's also a story about a beautiful woman and about a mother who grieves over a lost child.
悲しみのまま亡くなってしまった人とか、それが現世に現れて登場して、そして僧侶によって祈られてエコーされて、また霊が鎮められるという、そういう展開になっていると思います。
Besides the No's realistic themes, it also deals with the supernatural world in which ghosts and goblins appear. Chinese Nuo is all about gods. Stories about local gods casting out evil spirits that cause disasters. For example, gods of the waters prevent evil spirits that cause flooding from exerting their influence. A rancor-driven woman wears a mask, and by doing so, she becomes a goddess herself and pays back her grudge. Such acts to repel evil spirits are inherent in Chinese mask dances, and they often reflect man's desire to salvage one's soul.
那么傩的特点呢，我不祈求神灵的这个怜悯啊，而是我通过我自己的办法，我要装扮成神灵来把这个诡异给赶走。这个傩和一般的后来的这种人文宗教不同，而是它的艺术生命力之所以这么顽强，它能够长达几千年，到现在还能有。
In the Chinese mask dance, each mask represents a god. Therefore, special caution is paid in preserving it once the mask dance is over.
就把面具如实的刻在里面，到来季的时候呢，比方是正月或者是七月要完的话呢，也是重新把它开以后呢，就把神请出来了，到一定的时候呢，又把它请。
Wow, weren't those two performances great? If you're like me, I'm sure you're thinking the same thing I was. At first, they might seem like the same dance, but after a while, you'll see they're very different. Now, why don't we go watch a Korean mask dance and compare that to two we've seen before?
And what sort of tale are the Korean Tal dancers giving us? Conflict between man and society, the satire of societal absurdities such as the privileged yangban and social standing, and the violence of man. Tal frequently entertains onlookers with themes such as the never-ending conflict between the yangban and his servant, or a husband who possesses a concubine and his first wife.
양반이 너무 저걸 했기 때문에 조롱하고 그냥 양반을 가지고 말뚝이가 노는 거죠. 그 풍작도 저거 하고 그러면서. 그래서 또 그런 거는 가만히 보면 이 어느 탈춤이고 그런 과정은 다 비방비방해요.
Another distinguishing feature of the Korean Tal dance is the post-dance ritual. In it, there's a ceremony to burn the mask. The reason for this is to pay homage to the gods. In the end, the performer and audience become one, and the post-dance ritual adds to their amusement and identity with the Korean Tal dance.
这个小童呢有个过程，这个小童呢小的时候他就带小童，如果叫他的身材适应带大将了，那就可以带大将。
能というのは全てが世襲制で600年間その家に生まれた人だけがその主役を演じる家の人は主役を演じる、脇役を演じる人は脇役を演じる、もう生まれついての宿命になっています。
어린 아이들부터 60 넘으신 연세 높으신 분까지 많습니다. 제한 없이 배우십니다.
Korea's mask dance, the tartum, may be a traditional dance brought down by our forefathers. However, as you see here behind me, the youth of today continue to keep this tradition alive. Just watching their efforts not to bury this dance in the past is a beautiful sight. I guess you can say the main reason why this dance still remains popular is because it's the very bond that ties modern society to the past. I thank you for watching this edition of BESETO Express. Until next time, take care.